Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we finished the filler turnabout, so now we're on to the next, I guess, part of the story. Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings.
This is a
girl.
prequel story.
Let her go. Whoa.
Something's going on my end. It's not really displaying too much.
It's not?
Yeah, I'm way delayed.
Shut up! Come closer, and I'll kill her! What the fuck? Wait, is that Mia? Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Oh my, what the hell? What? Phoenix? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my long-time mentor, Mia Fey. Oh. Fugitive data. Name Terry Flaws. Charged kidnapping, murder. Sentence death penalty. Fugitive motives. After escaping, Flawless met with and then murdered Sergeant, something Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after something. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier, Mia Fey first trial. You still can't see anything?
It's super delayed. Can you like resend me the?
I'll try.
Resend me it.
Let's see.
Okay. Hopefully this works out.
How's that?
I'm not seeing anything.
What? You're kidding.
Nothing. I just see your icon. You know, like the standard standard thing.
For fuck's sake. Okay, here. Let me try. How's that?
I'm seeing nothing.
God, you know what? I'm gonna force restart Discord. One sec. God. I really hate Discord. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Let's see if it works now.
All right. Here we go. It's saying now stream quality 720p, 30 frames per second. Last time it was 15, so I think that might have had something to do with it.
All right, well, Discord has a fucking stroke when you put it to 15 frames a second. Great to know. God, I need to find something better. Anyway, Mia.
All right. I'm Mia. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing! I swear! I didn't kill nobody!
Here he falls. My first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. Oh, why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody!
Oh, don't worry, that's just a jawbreaker.
I never lie! I didn't escape from nowhere!
But, Mr. Flaws, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry. I told a little lie.
Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it! I never killed nobody!
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, But I was tricked, I tell you! That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it! I didn't kill her! I could never do that!
2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then, about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her! She was alive when I left! She was alive! It's true!
You can trust him, right? I mean, I should.
Wait. Godot?
You're not going to figure out the truth just by just staring at the guy. Why are you here?
Why the hell? What happened to his hair? It was white when we met him. Now it's regular dark gray.
Like a dark brown.
I guess.
I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. Thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Sir, this is a courtroom. This is a public place. Please put your pants back on.
Oh God.
Where's Mr. Grossberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
Wait, you're not Godot? Oh, okay.
I did say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax. I heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since the beginning of his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
It couldn't be. Could it?
Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. February 16, 10 a.m. District Courtroom number 4.
It couldn't be Edgeworth that we're about to go against, is it? It's Edgeworth!
It's the boy!
Oh, damn. Oh, it's another judge.
The Canadian judge.
Okay, court is now in session for the trial of Terry Flo. What the fuck?
Why is he Irish?
I don't know. I'm like, wait, that's not the. Actually, you know
Go
what?
for it.
All right. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Flows.
Oh my gosh. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Notice something about Edgeworth's outfits?
Yeah, it's that, oh! It's that one he had framed in his office.
It was, this is his outfit based off of Von Karma. Remember, he was, this was back when he was a student of Von Karma.
Oh, yeah, this is back when he was still a vicious motherfucker.
This is his first, this is both of theirs first ever case. We're getting origin stories out the wazoo here.
Ooh.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
I understand the lawyers from both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself... I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Okay, this guy has to be Godot. He has the same earrings.
Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Humph.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct?
Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death. You got it, kitten.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. There's a Von Karma as well. A witness testimony. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal.
Okay, so you're not Mia. Wait, Valerie Hawthorne?
Yeah. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him.
I thought that name was familiar for a second, but I'm like, oh wait, no, it's not.
She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Wait, no, I'm not wrong. Hawthorne. That was the same last name as Phoenix's quote-unquote girlfriend in the first trial of this game.
Interesting.
Oh, very interesting.
Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Ah, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, taking revenge against the woman who convicted him. Ah, the truth is becoming clear to me now.
Now you're kind of sounding like Count Dracula.
I can't focus on an accent. Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Objection!
Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on your outcome, Your Honor.
Watch yourself, Mia Fey. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Okay, so this judge is a little more lazy.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Well, when our elder is being an idiot and not even hearing the other side of the case, that's a problem.
You're even younger than me, you hypocrite!
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. It's your boy!
Gumshoe.
Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe! Dick Gumshoe! I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir.
How old is Gumshoe right now? Hold on. Ah, we don't get to know.
Not gonna show us right now.
Okay.
He was 31, so I think he's 26? I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I'm on the up and up, sir. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Go, Gumshoe.
Oh dear.
Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart, it's aching for you.
What the why are you flirting with the defense? What are you doing?
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Damn.
Okay, I got it.
Now, detective, tell us about the incident.
Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excess blood loss.
That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself.
Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is the sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at the police checkpoint as he was trying to get his getaway, sir.
I see. Okay, bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge?
The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor,
Oh boy.
if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some sore loser.
Who's Hoser?
What? Oh.
Hoser. That's how you know he's Canadian. He says A and
Hoser! Detective, proceed with your testimony.
Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Will everybody please stop flirting with the defense attorney in my court?
What is flirting with Mia? The day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's when she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right, especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here. Ha! You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching.
Oh, God. That's how you prepared for the case?
I watched My Cousin Vinny. That just prepped me.
Oh, I think I've seen a clip of that before.
That's such a great movie. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
Huh? What? The defendant? The defendant called her?
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. He left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk.
Okay, victim's note added to the court record. Confidential police materials written by the victim. We've pressed one statement and we've already got him to change his testimony. Alright, so Gumshoe's first testimony is going to be his worst. Everybody buckle up. According to the note, it seemed the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant Terry Falls.
Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? It's Edgeworth! Ha! Looks like the judge is even more sure about his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one who said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it was that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that crap? With that cute face. I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Oh, god damn it. Now the defense is flirting with the prosecution.
And Edgeworth just does not care. He's like, thought be gone!
I don't have time for these thoughts.
I'm looking for that damn fourth chaos emerald. Oh, take a look at that note. I think that might be important.
Okay. Let's see what we got. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4 p.m. At that bridge, wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Delia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. The whole truth must come out.
Bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why.
What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there he killed his hostage. And the place where all this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne was arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Ha! Return to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great! We even gotta say, don't move! We got you surrounded! Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? That's what had happened. Then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, man. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. This looks like she's just napping.
Yeah, like, they said she was stabbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the stab wound?
It said in the back.
Huh.
Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there.
Whoa! That doesn't look too comfortable. All right.
The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Ha! For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm.
The condition of the body... the condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? I didn't
Here's a
see
photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway, there is something pretty strange.
I mean, there's no blood or anything.
Let's look at that note one more time.
Okay, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear a white scarf. Where's the scarf? Aha!
Present it.
We found our contradiction.
Objection!
Mia's first objection. Witness.
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Oh God, Mia!
This is the first time I've actually had to I ever had to actually address someone like that.
Gah. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Hey there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Was there a law about that at some point? I remember my sister drinking coffee when she was 15.
They say excess caffeine is bad for like younger kids.
Ah.
Grr, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing particular about it. Is that correct?
I just noticed something else. The lock on the trunk is broken.
It is broken. Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It really clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
Uh-oh. The caller told her to wear it to a... The hell? Huh. I don't know, I just heard some weird noise.
Weird.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perhaps?
Why the fuck do you have that?
And why is it blue? Yeah, why does he have it? Well, where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on that mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smargy little neck.
Damn.
Very good. Now, if we're done with the mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, Kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Genius, huh? Fence on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
Wouldn't it fallen into the river?
I guess.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
Aha! A potential witness. So that's why this person... So why isn't this person in the courtroom?
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Poor Mia. Everything's pointing against her.
Jeez.
Like, the only thing Phoenix had to deal with was just Larry trying to self-criminate himself. He didn't have to, he wasn't, getting flirted with and, put down by everyone.
Well, that kind of stuff only happened outside of court for Phoenix.
True.
And he did have to deal with April May, remember that?
That was the second case, though.
Yeah. Still happened.
Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student. That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. Learning with Gumshoe. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Learning in front of Gumshoe. Here, kiddies, this is what a real pistol looks like.
Here's a gun.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Can I hold it? Sure.
You can never learn trigger discipline early enough. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
Objection!
Not if she doesn't testify.
For the time being, we're not relying on this witness testimony. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case does not rest on a vague testimony of a female college student.
A female college student, eh?
I mean, she's female and a college student, sir.
Holy macaroni, I never would have guessed.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why.
Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Okay.
Victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, all right? So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. There are many unusual type of floral on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits! Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it!
No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. Gumshoe's disappointed, but doesn't want to hurt the judge's feeling.
Okay, let's see. It was a little hard to see what's going on.
Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood at this courtroom right now. Damn, you got the whole squad laughing. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case. The point is, the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on that bridge. It was really something. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Is this part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is! He pushed the victim hard in the back, and she fell down right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutally.
You talk about seeing someone get pushed? Or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
Brutal!
Brutal? Ha! Ha! Save your nasty looks for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee!
Oh my god.
Court record. Huh. He's saying something about that testimony right there.
Criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Hey, wait, how the hell could he have done that if... There's no way he could have shoved her down from behind like this.
Objection!
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
I'm sorry, but I think the only thing out of place here is that pointer finger of yours.
That could very well be.
Here, take this penalty and try thinking things through again. Okay.
What's the problem? Pointer fingers are made for pointing. Has to be
Okay.
something else. Just think about it.
Hmm. I don't know. That's the witness photo is the only thing that makes sense.
Think about it this way. Look at the scarf. You notice how it's all dirty?
Yeah.
Something else is something. The fact that the scarf is dirty, but something else isn't, is the problem here.
Wait a minute. Hmm.
If she was pushed from behind and landed on her stomach, where's the dirt? Where's the mud?
Fair point.
Objection!
So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the trunk.
Considering the condition of the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What about this photo of the trunk that doesn't okay. Her jacket.
Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony that the condition of the bridge that day. It was drizzly and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. The victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of that bridge. Then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Eric!
That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befuddled.
It's not the playoff beard. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was had fallen in the shower instead of a muddy street. Your gorgeous hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
You prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
Surface of the bridge.
The surface of the bridge, huh? Ha! A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Ugh. Here's the evidence that proves that the surface of the bridge was muddy.
I get it, the scarf.
Yep. The evidence is this scarf.
Ah!
It should be obvious. the scarf fell into the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I cannot be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy.
Miss Faye's assertions make perfect sense to me.
You admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? All right. It's not like he really giving me a choice here. Ha! You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Amaldo. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder.
There is something, actually, that I want to check. Okay. So that's the photo. And the bridge.
Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three.
What you said just now? I'm not sure I like it.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over there that said it.
The court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is the...
Okay.
Think it over.
Witness photo, body in the trunk, witness testimony.
Remember, the witness testimony said that she saw the moment of murder. Here's the photo.
Okay. It has to be the testimony then.
Let's do it. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During the early testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claimed to have seen? Yeah! That's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Ha! It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that Boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the witness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, It appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. People are calling Edgeworth a sexist because he called Mia a bimbo.
He called me a bimbo.
Yeah, that's insulting, but that's not sexist. What?
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation?
Well, hello again. You.
Everyone is so silent that I could hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh.
There's more sipping going around!
Ah! And I look at you. How can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a... Oh, God! You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donut holes. Go! I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down the verdict just to have a bite.
Not so fast! As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
He's such a gentleman. He sure doesn't act like one to me.
Who had
Was
her
it
last
you
time?
that... I think it was you.
You sure I could've... Well...
I think it was you.
Alright, you've already got like 3 other people to take care of. I'll take her.
Sir,
Yes, my dear.
this is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble that I might cause.
Not at all! It's no trouble at all!
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation?
My name is,
Oh, so she's lying about her name.
my name is,
Melissa?
Melissa, I think it is. Melissa.
Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the fortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one that who took this photo. Is that accurate?
How can you be so mean?
Now see here! What are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh? But it was just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you!
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me?
Uh-oh.
And you would be...
I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
Butterflies are back. Yay!
Why does she have to be evil? She's so cute.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then, I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
No, you didn't. We have no record of that. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here.
Okay. Well, I can see a couple contradictions I can fish out of that one.
I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Ho 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 ho! What a cute camera! Just like its owner. Alright then, Miss Faye. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Okay, so now we get penalized for pressing the wrong thing, I bet.
No. That's not a thing with this one.
The game has no consistency with that mechanic.
Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for beautiful spring wildflowers.
But it's only February.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Ho ho! I know just how you feel! It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dried blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. What the fuck is wrong with this judge?
Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? He's proud of his playoff beard, damn it. He's Canadian and proud.
Good for him.
Was there anything strange about the two of them?
I'm a bad girl. I know I am.
Well, she's admitting it.
It looks like they were having a real serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it.
That's why I watch hockey.
Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place.
Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Suddenly, they just started fighting.
You have any idea what they were fighting about?
No, I have no idea. Why do you ask?
Oh, I just thought that you may have overheard what they said.
Uh-oh.
I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why did you take that? Why did you take a photo?
Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on.
Well, you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was to use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
Hold it!
You called the police?
Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape.
We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's notes, we had already started our operation.
That was certainly tough luck for a criminal, eh?
Terry Falls isn't the criminal. Then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. See, the thing is, all right, so look at the bridge. She says she's right next to the words Eagle River, pretty much.
Yes.
That would mean that the woman was further out on the bridge near the collapse zone, and the criminal blocked her way out. I can't see a reason for him to stab her and then put her in the trunk like that, when he could easily just toss her in the river.
Well, the photo isn't lying. The photo is just showcasing what it's saying.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's a cliff face on the
angle
left-hand
does
side.
matter here.
The angle does matter, yes, but there is still a cliff side. So her location on in that diagram works out. It checks out.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I just wonder if it tells a different part of the story.
Need some help?
I'm thinking, let's see. They just started fighting. They don't look like they're fighting.
Exactly. It's not on this.
Ah, shit.
It's on the next one.
I keep jumping the gun. Oh, forget it.
That crucial moment, right? That's what you needed to present it on.
Of course.
Objection!
It feels as if it should have been 3 or 4 on that one.
Exactly.
Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are 2 people facing each other. You testified that you saw the 2 of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see,
The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moments, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
No! My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
You can certainly downplay a situation, can't you?
I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl.
You are a very bad girl.
I used it all up. The film, I mean.
Really? Oh yeah, there is a slot for film in that camera.
Mhm.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one.
What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. A witness herself? Then who took the photos?
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took the photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Please, no details. I love the assumption with that. Holy shit.
I am currently being blackmailed.
By some chick named Dahlia. He just doesn't recognize it because she just has a different name. He doesn't even know it's blackmail. He's just staring at her.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. The evidence of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy's really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha! It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening.
I was using my camera to take some pictures. Oh, this is the same testimony. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you look here over like next to the words Eagle Ridge, I know my mouse doesn't show up on the stream, and then you look at the photo.
Yep.
All right, so I think I'm gonna go. I guess I would present. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking
not the witness, the map.
Okay.
Objection!
Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say that there were two contradictions?
Simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then...
She would have hit a dead end.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't even ran 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side.
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say?
What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying?
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. It's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward.
Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with this trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
He accepts his testimony as it is. We're finished. Don't say that. Oh, well. Maybe I'll stop off my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Ha! That's what I like to hear.
All right, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Think, Mia, think!
Let's see. He quickly picked her up in her arms, and he carried her over to her car.
Suppose it's the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden.
Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Okay, well, there is something kind of stupid. He didn't have to leave it on top of the bridge. He could have just dumped it in the river.
Yep.
Well,
Don't present it at this one. There's a better place to present that.
yeah, no. Well, then the other contradiction is
He said right
she carried
there.
him over to the car, but look at this. How the hell did she see that when there's a gigantic piece of mountain right in the way? She couldn't have seen this.
Objection!
God damn it! Why do I keep doing this wrong? What do you want from me, game? Fuck all of you!
Oh, I'm so glad to be here because otherwise you'll just be just pissed off at this game. You're on the right track.
Oh, hey, cool. You can left click to go forward and right click to go back. Inverse. Okay, so fuck it. Where do I actually present it?
She says, I suppose that's the only way he can make sure the body stayed hidden. Couldn't he just yeet the body off the bridge into the river?
Objection!
Killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for the purposes is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful currents. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Ah.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur on the same spot above the Eagle River, you could bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Order, order, order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. But I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river.
Oh!
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try to taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the way of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
Objection!
But what the witness claimed to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Objection!
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who's he talking about?
All right, I'll do my best.
He quickly picked her up in her arms. Then he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
You know what you were saying all along?
Well, I was just making... I know the car's trunk was broken into. That much is true. What was I saying?
You're saying, like, how could she see all this? Take a look at the map again.
Yeah, I know. Map. There's no way she could have seen
You
that.
can you can make an argument about all the bridge stuff, but there's no way she could see the car.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, present it.
Hang on, I'm trying to find the best place to present it because this case is
You
crap.
had it! You had it!
Okay. Okay, all right, bridge map.
Objection!
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes. And?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could have not possibly seen the killer's car. I admit the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't too tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location this is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. As you can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Ah!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
No!
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this bahuli? Or ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
Objection!
But she repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw in her very own eyes.
Oh.
Mr. Judge,
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Objection!
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human. To forgive is divine. What?
The error is human.
He said err.
Yeah,
The-
it's error, I believe. How
The
you pronounce
err.
it.
I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair! Ha! Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Mondo. Don't look back until the trial's over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten. You need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of his stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the lid of the trunk. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo.
That's what you noticed.
It's true. He certainly looked like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that the trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
Judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What you just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
Well, it has to not work, obviously.
Right? Makes sense if you think about it. Melissa Foster. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches?
Uh-oh.
Finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was...
She's the owner of the car? No. She happened to be passing by? That's impossible. She put the corpse in herself. Well, this is obviously the answer. Prepare to lose.
There's only one way that the witness has a chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally. When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous! I could never! It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls has been the one to put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car keys. There's no need to break it open.
But he stole the car!
He stole it from a young couple who had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the keys would still have been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
No!
Preposterous! to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that was true, then how do you explain the photo she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time, she was taking photographs.
But she already admitted that her camera has a timer.
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may have not been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
Has a timer.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she brought this camera just to take this picture.
Objection!
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? Then when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question. Okay, where was Melissa Foster? It's not unreasonable to assume she was on this side because, let's say Edgeworth is right and the bridge was still intact. She could sneak up behind her and murder her. What do you think? Am I right?
Nope.
Okay, then I guess it must be over by the car. Or she's at the K spot.
It can't be the killer spot, because remember the photo.
Oh, right.
It could be possible we are looking at Melissa Foster, aka Delilah, in the photo.
In the photo?
Yes. Remember the photo. We have the photo of the two people.
Oh! You're saying she was disguised as the detective?
Yes.
How interesting.
Naturally, the witness was right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, order, order! Miss Faye, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. Beep, beep. But this means there will be no time for the victim in the trunk. Put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could have only been before the defendant met the victim.
Objection!
How asinine! Of course, Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Harry Falls.
Objection!
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim is already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection!
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
Whoa, what?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember what it was. Let's remember that it was rainy and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection!
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne from very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection!
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open.
Aha!
At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like.
Wear a white scarf for identification.
Yep.
Take that!
Mr. Falls has forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as we're wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Did she just follow? Oh, God. Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set the camera to take a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Ha!
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood.
Very well. This court is in recess.
All right, part 2. Hopefully you get a full bar again.
That'd be nice.
I'll be right back.
All right. I don't know what it is, but I'm abnormally tired today. Ugh. Come on. Gotta wake up for the rest of this. All right. So, how's everyone's Friday been? Thoughts on the case so far? It's not bad. I'm just really looking forward to finding out what Dahlia's grudge is with Mia. Because if she ends up being Phoenix's quote-unquote girlfriend in like another year, then I think we're about to get something really interesting.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back. All
I
right.
see Big Master just got a Binding of Isaac. Nice.
All right, let's get the show back on the road.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, there's still one big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. What we need the most is information about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie.
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart at any minute.
Oh, it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute.
It's true, I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh.
She got someone else.
Ooh.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
How old is this guy? Let me take a look. Okay, so he's 25, 5 years ago.
She was 19. They were
Dude
both
was-
under...
Dude
he
was dating
20.
a minor at the time.
Yeah.
She was 14 then, and he was... Oh! Yo, we can't defend you on that case.
We're not going... We're not defending on that case. We're defending him on another case. Whatever he did last time is not our concern. Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? Them's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious? Girl, let her go.
Shut up! Come closer, and I'll kill her!
Alright. But you're not going to get you're not going to get the chance.
Wait.
The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. First, I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but was to protect her little sister. I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betray me! Betray us!
Do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything! All lies! All make-believe! Kidnapping too!
Now I think it's now time to talk about his naming gimmick. His last name is Fall, because he was the fall guy.
Fall guy? What do you mean?
His name is Terry Falls.
What's a fall guy?
Fall guy is a man that was set up to take the fall for the rest of the group.
Ah.
Dahlia! My girlfriend! My love! My teen angel!
Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says! Anything Dahlia says!
Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Allie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Take him. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, all right. In the end, you were planning on splitting $2 million three ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia.
Hey.
Oh. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jumped in river.
Damn!
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
This bitch wanted $2 million so bad, she fired a gun at her own sister.
Yeah.
Damn!
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
That's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Falls.
Oh,
He-
sorry. That man. Oh, you wanted to take her?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay.
That man, Terry Falls. He killed her, threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all.
That's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know.
No, really, I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia.
With Dahlia.
That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in her backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River.
Disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne.
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
You're a teen angel? How old was she anyway?
Just 14.
14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. Damn!
Oh!
Mia! That's why we love you. She planned a fake kidnapping and disappeared into a river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man. Angels these days. Falls takes the fall and get a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeves now. You bet. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You got to strike when the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Oh, you and your rules.
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
This again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have to murder for murdering a policewoman?
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
For motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think. Haha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Kitten. Mr. Amaldo. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit gritting at me like that.
Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
You recognize that quote that you just said?
What?
A lawyer is one to
Oh, yeah,
smile
no,
no matter
that's
how
Mia's
bad.
catchphrase.
Yep, that's where That's where she got it.
Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
Looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up.
Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say.
You think Armando has the will of D?
You mean Armando?
Armando has the will of D? Like in One
maybe.
Piece? He's always smiling?
He has the what from One Piece?
The will of D. Have you gotten that far in One Piece?
No.
Oh. Basically, something that the people with the will of D, people that have the D in their name, like Monkey D. Luffy, they smile regardless of how bad things are going. And for them, smiling even in death is the will of the D.
Interesting.
I was out of the country until year before last. Until I entered college, I never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago.
Wait. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago.
Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Wait, how did you know about that stuff? Out of the country, eh? Out of the country, eh?
Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder.
Indeed.
You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I must tie her to this case.
Okay. I entered college. I have...
Oh, they did not recover your health.
Oh, shit!
I will try my best to edge you in the right direction, or point you in the right direction.
Okay.
Hold it!
A grudge.
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Oh, she's talking about the defendant, not herself. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
Objection!
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. Press her harder. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
He's bad. Mr. Fall's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like to add it to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. The testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I...
Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Something weird about that statement.
I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What about it? Let's...
What do you mean by lucky?
Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I'd accidentally worn a white scarf like he said...
Then you yourself might have been killed.
That would have been a terrible loss for this world.
Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten. Mr.
Armando.
Armando, keep looking around you and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Something you have to know when not to talk.
Something weird about this statement.
So we know the demand was to wear a white scarf.
Yeah.
Wear white scarf for identification. Something weird about that scarf, though.
Worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge.
The scarf isn't white.
I was kind of thinking it was just this game's bad attempt at white. But all right. So I present it here?
Yes.
Objection!
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes! That's it! The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
What?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly does not look white to me.
Oh!
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. I'm not surprised that she mistook it as white.
Objection!
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is...
The note, right?
Yep. Witness, have you ever seen this note?
Note? No, never!
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have.
wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note showed Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf. Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. It is because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster?
No!
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation.
I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew this were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the notes, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person who knew the contents of the note was...
Melissa Foster.
Nope.
Wait, what?
Hang on there, kitten.
Wait, was there another?
The shadowed one.
Oh, go fuck yourself!
It was there! This is Mr. Omaldo. Here, I made some special cafe con leche for you. I put in plenty of sugar. Drink it up before it gets cold. Don't be shy. Why are you doing this? Your brain needs stimulus. Drink some of this, then think it over again.
Look, I didn't sleep well last night, alright? Get off my back.
Listen, keep messing up like this, and you're going to get the judge mad.
Miss Faye! Don't just stand there casually drinking coffee! Go fuck yourself, all of you.
And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there.
What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne?
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
The dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in the crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime. You don't mean?
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
Objection!
You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
Objection!
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
Objection!
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. she was really alive, if she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are.
Objection!
Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? What?
Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edwards squirm.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have you don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Ha! Looks like the kid knew.
Uh-oh.
He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way! But then why? If you haven't revealed her secrets, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
But, I thought she died 5 years ago.
Edgeworth is pulling all the Von Karma tricks here.
Yeah, I'm getting a whole lot of Von Karma vibes from this crap.
Remember, this is his first prosecution after learning from Von Karma.
Right.
We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Objection!
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we're finding her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder?
Objection!
Really, Miss Faye, I must say, your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your current crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest she murdered her. What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecution's logic.
Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he turned it around on me. Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ah, that wasn't me. It's this guy. This crazy coffee addict.
Objection!
Uh-oh.
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy?
Ooh.
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Oh, I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course. Aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me. The rashness of youth. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister? The diamond, right?
No. You have no life left. So. One moment. Okay, so you know the victim's note. Look at that again.
Victim's note, okay.
Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out.
Ooh.
He blackmailed her sister, so Dahlia silenced her.
Oh, okay, so I present the note?
Yep. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is a note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Delilah a warning.
Dahlia.
Oh, Dahlia, warning. I kept on calling her Delilah because I'm terrible at reading. She told her she was going to reveal the whole truth, the world, the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth permanently, mouth shut permanently. Terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne in Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secrets between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Oh, God.
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Hang on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wills.
I think it's Wiles.
Oh, behind your womanly wiles.
Oh, Shadow, thank you for that ice cream. Oh, he sent a second ice cream just now. Thank you.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha! If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That ace up our sleeves. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us in the lobby.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
I chose a bad voice for Falls. God, it's getting hard.
Do you and Mr. Falls have a relationship?
Yes, as a tutor.
You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls?
No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me.
That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. Hope it wasn't English lessons.
Or vocal exercises.
Right? He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see.
Quite a clever fellow, that Mr. Falls.
Did I hear him right? Did you just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million.
$2 million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what I think about that.
It demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a defendant, not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on the mountain? if he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensured his safety.
What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is.
Yeah, right. It was all your plan.
Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and...
That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but actually, that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me.
I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment.
Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin? Oh!
And in the next instant,
I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I've been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. A crumbling bridge, nowhere to run, and just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river.
That's why you hid your identity?
Yes, I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again.
That new identity was Melissa Foster's, right?
Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of.
That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible.
She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could.
The moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this stage kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. I just gotta prove the kidnapping was a hoax. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped.
Ransom was a very rare raw diamond.
I'll let you think about it. I'm gonna be right back. Just think it through. Remember, think outside the box. We know the kidnapping was staged.
Okay.
Also, don't forget, if you choose to like proceed, don't forget to save.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, you know what? Okay. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Not sure. The whole thing was staged, yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I have no idea what to do.
That was when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind.
Okay, and?
Take a look at the... Not the witness, but look at the map of the bridge.
Uh-huh.
So basically, according to the testimony, they were standing right at that broken part of the bridge, right before it.
Okay.
If he were to push her from behind, where would she land?
On the bridge?
No, I mean off the bridge. Where would she land?
Oh, she would have landed on the riverbed, actually.
Rocks, yes.
Oh. Good point. So I present it here?
I'll just double check that, but on the fourth statement, that's it. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me.
Ah, fuck. Come on, I said go back. Okay, here?
Yep,
Bridge map.
that.
Objection!
You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusty Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed... Blah. I wish I added that sound effect. Instead of being carried away from by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why? For all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
Objection!
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see, I...
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwillingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious!
Order! Order in the court!
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection!
Now, Mia, this is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Mrs. Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Bug-eyed Edgeworth. I love it. Because your flawed logic contradicts the court records. We have something that proves this. Just take a look.
I don't know, man. I'm just not there right now.
Take a look at the photo that her camera took.
Okay.
Look how high the side guards are.
Oh, yikes. Nobody could be pushed off that.
Mm-hmm.
What the? Holy crap! Demonic Edgeworth!
Blink! He was caught in blink! That was creepy! Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extended up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over.
Objection!
So young, and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm.
Ah!
No, more important, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls threw the witness off the bridge. That is clearly impossible.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
Indeed. What do you mean by such ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Objection!
Perhaps, But still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping off the into the river.
Objection!
Oh, then what is it? What was so important that she want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River.
A diamond, of course.
Worth $2 million. 5 years ago. Something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her. A $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. That's simply ridiculous!
Order!
Your Honor! 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old! Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there's one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Objection!
She was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Oh.
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted with Mr. Falls and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Faye?
I don't know.
What a joke. You, Miss Faye. Are you stupid or something?
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicion. However, I am forced to reject the assertion made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I could do about it. Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Amardo! Come on now, kid. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who could testify to that demon woman's crime?
I mean, it'd be either this guy or deceased.
That's also Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
That's Dahlia.
Oh, right. I thought we were talking about Valerie's murder for a second.
No, yeah, who's the only person who can testify about her crimes? It has to be false.
Right.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness.
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that could shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that could say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was, in fact, her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who could solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. Oh, God.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. you were used for $2 million.
That's not true!
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago, on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne? Or was it Valerie Hawthorne?
Dahlia! Dahlia! Did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never, ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia! It's true! You are alive!
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth! The real truth! I believed in you!
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know.
Ugh.
But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia!
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness.
Ah!
Eek! I'm sorry, I apologize!
Water! Please! Water! Can't talk! Need water!
Well, I guess I'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitter than hell itself.
Ah!
Who Terry Falls saw.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She was there, so I waited on Bridge.
But she wasn't there.
I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
There's something we can just tear that entire thing apart with just one piece of evidence.
Okay.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. You, kitten. I think.
Okay. Alright, just give me a hint.
Take a look at the photo Dahlia's camera took.
Witness photo, okay. Alright. Let's see. Hmm. 4 p.m.
Notice something interesting about their position.
Well, yeah, she's at the dangerous part of the bridge and he's on the safer side of it.
Yep, there's only one way onto that bridge.
Right. Stopped. I was in front of bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited. Oh. So right here?
Present that photo.
Objection!
So when you got on the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? Uh, uh,
Oh? I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls. Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
Memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there.
Oh, that thing.
It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on your necklace is a memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Urgh! With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No!
Indeed, there was certainly enough time for it.
Still got a chance. Oh, one moment. There we go. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it.
Oh!
Uh-uh. Mr. Falls!
Wait a minute, is he? Whoa!
There's a reason why that poison was empty.
That's enough. Please.
Witness!
I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
Oh, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess!
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No! We were so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No. Don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls!
Oh my god.
So my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers.
What the hell?
I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought I'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
You. Oh.
Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault. Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew it. I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Whoa.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armaldo. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them.
One year later.
1 year later. Very sane courthouse.
Oh, that
I
is
must-
Phoenix.
Oh, mhm.
I myself got wrapped up in that case. Oh. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this.
The end.
What the hell? Bridge to the turnabout. Hey, that's Ami Faye, I think. That damn statue's back again.
Yep.
And that woman down there. Who were you, I wonder?
We're gonna get all the answers right here. in the
boy.
finale.
The finale of the trilogy. How long have we been playing this game? We're on part 24 right now. 24 weeks. We've been playing for half a year.
Yeah.
Holy shoot.
And I think this probably is going to be either a... Let's see here.
I'm going to guess it's going to be at least 3 parts.
It could be a 3-part. I think it's going to be a 3-parter.
All right. Very well. It all comes down to this next time. Oh, wow. I'm looking forward to it. Until next time, then, I hope you guys have yourselves a good weekend, a good week. Next time, get ready for some true chaos. Until then.
See you guys.